Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready for women's volleyball action here from College of the Canyons, the COC Cougars, and the Irvine Valley College Lasers doing battle in a rematch from the 3C2A State SoCal Regional Final last year. It should be a good matchup here today. First matchup of the season for both these teams. It should be a pretty interesting one. As we said last year, these two teams met in the SoCal Regional Final. COC took the game 3-1, beating Irvine Valley, avenging an early season sweep against the heavily favored Lasers. The Cougars advanced to the 3C2A State Tournament for the second straight year, and the match was a very interesting one. You look at some of the numbers from the match, it was pretty evenly contested. The Cougars, though, just a little bit better on the attack in that one, a 242 hitting percentage. They had 49 kills to the 42 for IVC. Each team with 20 errors, the Cougars with 12 less attacks, and that was really the difference, is the efficiency for College of the Canyons was what put them over the top. As we're going to step aside for just a moment for the playing of the national anthem.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Welcome back into the Cougar Sports Network as we get ready to go COC and Irvine Valley College. Here, the opening matchup of the 2023 women's volleyball season for both these squads. For COC, as we were talking about before the break, the Cougars coming off of another state tournament trip, trying to make a return trip. It's going to be a tough road for them, though, this year. As we look at the Cougars, they're going to be quite the youthful squad this season. The youth movement abound as COC with 15 freshmen on the roster in 2023. They only had 4 on the 2022 squad. Only Camilla Benjamin and Kyla Dothard have college experience this year. Dothard a transfer from Antelope Valley. Benjamin with the Cougars last year. So you look at 15 different freshmen on the roster. It should be interesting. The youth movement certainly in place for COC, but that does not mean that they're going to have a tough run of it, as the Cougars have a lot of girls with a lot of big game experience. You look at some of the roster, a few players that played in CIF Southern Section Championship games, went into the CIF State playoffs for a time. So a very interesting squad for COC this year, as Lisa Hooper and Clay Timmons back as the co-head coaches. Hooper in her 21st year, approaching 500 career wins for Clay Timmons in his 8th season as the head coach of COC. And a new assistant this year in Corey Nua, getting her first year with College of the Canyons. For Irvine Valley, Annie Unke, the head coach, as she took over a couple of years ago for the longtime Irvine Valley head coach, but sits in this year. Her team 20-5 last year, trying to get them back towards the state playoffs once again. The Cougars will be in their navy blue with yellow numbers. Irvine Valley, the Lasers, in white with blue numbers, as we are just about ready to get underway. As for IVC today, Natalia Brandlin, Tatum Pongs, Ava Gunther, Tessa Morocco, Sydney Schuler, Mia Bertolone, and Audrey Fowler are the starters for the Lasers. For COC, Madison Gomez, Naomi Greer, Leia Gilly, Anna Vasquez, Sophia Aranzazu, Celeste Anaya and Kyla Dothard are the starters for COC. So only one lady on the floor with college experience for the Cougars. For Irvine Valley, a few, as they do return a few. Natalia Brandlin, actually a transfer from Orange Coast College, set their all-time single-season blocks record. She's going to be tough to play against in the middle, as she is a very good middle player, and that's part of what our keys to the matchup are tonight for COC. Really get those first game jitters out, try and get everybody involved, as you want to get all the freshmen onto the floor, get them some college experience. And they do have some size in the middle when you look at COC this year. Naomi Greer, 6'3". You add her along with Camilla Benjamin down the middle, and they could make a good 1-2 blocking combination. Benjamin, though, going to be inactive according to our sources down on the floor here today, so we may not see her. But we are just about ready to get underway. COC Irvine Valley, the Lasers will serve first. As it'll be Bertolone back to serve as we are underway. First serve over and in. The Cougars will get their first swing at it. They set Dothard. It was blocked and kept up. Now Irvine Valley will get a swing. Soft touch by Gunther scores, and the Lasers on the board first. So we'll stay with Bertolone back to serve once again. That one's served high into the arms of Anna Vasquez. It's a service ace. So 2-0 IVC here early on. Bertolone, one of those with college experience. It's a good one-handed set that time from Anaya to keep it in play for COC. Cougars will go back to work on the offensive side. Aaron Zazu from deep. Couldn't hit Dothard. The Cougars with an error. 3-0 in favor of Irvine Valley. Got one off the top of the net. Cougars this time will set near side to Greer. Blocked up, dug out. Good dig that time on the backside by Anna Vasquez. Cougars will just play it over on a free ball from Greer. Bertolone will set. Kill that time for IVC in a 4-0 run here in the first set. The attack off the near side from Ava Gunther. Scores for Irvine Valley. 3-0 here early on. And again, the Cougars struggling here early on. We talked about it, though, getting those first game jitters kind of out the door for COC. And you can see some of the youth on display, a 5-0 run. We talked about Mia Bertolone having some college experience last year for Irvine Valley. Played in a handful of games, only had 8 kills, but she was one of the primary setters, had 254 assists last year. And again, IVC with another point off another good swing off the weak side. And a 6-0 run to open up here, and Bertolone finally serves one long. The Cougars get on the board. Madison Gomez will go back to serve for COC. Freshman out of Burbank, California. Went to Burbank High School. A little float on a jump over. Tough play for Pongs, but she keeps it up. IVC into the net that time as Morocco trying to swing, couldn't get it over, and it'll be 4 touches on Irvine is what they'll call it. So the Cougars back within 4 as a quick 2-0 run as Gomez will float one deep this time, handled by Fowler. This one set up for Gunther, who tools it off the block and out of play. Gunther with another kill. IVC will send Morocco back to serve. For the Cougars, they'll set Dothard. Little float over. Easy up for Irvine. They'll play it across. Cougars will go quick this time as Dothard reads the play and has the kill, her first of the match. So we talked about Kyla Dothard out of Lancaster. Played a little bit last year for Antelope Valley College. One of a couple of valedictorians back in high school on this COC squad. Cougars hoping some of those smarts will rub off onto the volleyball court and give them a chance to try and make the state playoffs. Good dig that time for the back row from Vasquez. IVC able to keep it up on a play over by Dothard. Tough swing that time for Pongs, was blocked at the net. Now Gunther will get one over, tipped up off the block towards the net, an overpass and an easy tap down that time for Brandley. So 8-3 in favor of IVC here in the first set. Fowler, the libero, back to serve. Cougars get a swing, but a great dig off the back row from Morocco. And then Irvine Valley gets Tatum Pongs able to get it off of hand at the net and down. So IVC with a 6-point lead, 9-3. This is kind of what the Cougars were hoping to avoid here early on, try and shake out some of the jitters early and get going. A play through the middle that time from Leah Gilly, who's kept up. Free ball over, so the Cougars will get another chance. They go middle again with Gilly, tapped back. She plays it back up in the air. Cougars will just roll it over with Priscilla Miranda. Into the net, setter violation on Irvine Valley, so the Cougars will get a free point out of it. As Bertoloni went into the net trying to make a tough set, she was jumping towards the net trying to set it back to set up Gunther and just didn't get a good chance at it. So 9-4 in favor of Irvine Valley here in the first set. Dothard plays it over on the first swing. Gunther will drive it down off of Gomez, who couldn't keep it off the floor. Kind of high up on her, had to throw her hands in the air to protect her face and couldn't keep it off the floor. Here comes Gunther. Gunther, a transfer from Santa Barbara City College, had 162 kills for the Vaqueros last year, was second on the squad in kills. So a nice pickup for Irvine Valley as she comes in with some college experience. They set up Sydney Scholler that time, who drives it off the block and down. An 11-4 lead, and a timeout on the floor for COC as Clay Timmons, Lisa Hooper want to talk about it. Irvine Valley out in front, 11-4 here in the first set from College of the Canyons.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable, always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Welcome back into the Cougar cage here at College of the Canyons. COC trailing Irvine Valley 11-4 here in the first. Just waiting on Cougars to get back out on the floor. It's been a strong run here opening up for Irvine Valley College. The Lasers looking very comfortable right now. And they will stay with the Ava Gunther serve here. On an early 11-4 lead in the first set. Vasquez a tough handle, not much the Cougars could do with it after that as a bad pass. Sutton Thompson trying to dive down to get to it, could not. Largest lead of the match so far for Irvine Valley. The Lasers last year swept the Cougars in the first game of the season. That was on the road down in Irvine Valley as that one stuffed back at the net. Schuler up along with Bertoloni that time, and they shove it right back at Vasquez. Make it 13-4, a 9-point lead. And Really an early season loss, not going to hurt you in the long run. As we saw it last year, the Cougars, they only lost 9 times, a handful of those coming early on in the year. Of course, as we said, 1 to Irvine Valley, who gets another point off of a good tool from Tatum Pongs. So we'll stand with Ava Gunther here. Gunther last year, 32 aces, 21 errors from the service line. She'll let that one go as it's a missed swing from Kyla Dothard. And 15-4, the lead for Irvine Valley right now. Gunther again will play it in. Gomez, a short pass, so Thompson had to run back and bump set. The Cougars are going to point out of it, though, as a tough set from IVC that time. Trying to play it through the middle to Sydney Scholler, and she just couldn't come up with it. It was a little bit over her head. So the Cougars back within 10, trailing 15-5. Irvine Valley and COC have played over the last couple of years in the opening game of this season. Irvine Valley has won 8 times over the last 10 meetings in the first month of the year, including last year. The Lasers have also won 11 straight opening matchups on their season. So they give a point back to COC, make it 11-6. For the Cougars, it would just be their 3rd time with a win over Irvine Valley early on in the year. Still a long way to go this one, as we're just in the first set. 16-6 in favor of Irvine Valley here in the first, as they'll set Morocco, and she got a huge swing at it. Gomez did all she could to keep it up off the floor, but could not. Look for IVC last year. On the season, they had 1,154 kills, which was 11th best in the state. The Cougars just a little bit more with 1,179. That one touched back. Cougars keep it off the floor. We'll have to just play it over. IVC will set Morocco again on the strong side. That one blocked back over by COC. And now a net touch violation going to be called against the Cougars, as Celeste Anaya, I think, got her hand into the net. Both her and Anna Vasquez went up, and Anaya just a little bit too much forward press on the hands. 15-6 in favor of Irvine Valley. You look at a lot of the numbers last year, both these teams in the top 15 in the state in a number of different categories, although both very different squads this year, so you can kind of toss some of those out the window. As Morocco again, they're just feeding her right now off the strong side, and she's making the Cougars pay as she has another kill. Make it 19-6 in favor of Irvine Valley. Morocco, one of those with some college experience last year, had 314 kills for Irvine Valley. That was really great elevation off that strong side, can touch almost 10 feet. As it's 20-6 in favor of IVC as they get up another point. Last year, though, she did struggle against COC, just 7 total kills against the Cougars. Only had 2 in the playoff loss to COC. Part of the reason why the Cougars were able to come away victorious, able to hold her and the rest of the Lasers offense at bay. Gomez almost got it over the net, as the set was just a touch high for Anaya. She couldn't get a hand on it. Gomez, the libero, running forward, trying to keep it off the floor. Hit it off the top of the net and came back down on the COC side. We'll go back with Scholler. The Cougars needing a side out, and they'll get it here. There's a service error from Sydney Schuler, the freshman out of El Toro High School, or excuse me, El Toro, California. Actually, yeah, I'm right, El Toro High School. My notes are backwards here. Usually I have the hometown listed first, instead I have it the other way. So, yeah. First game of the year for everybody, as this one driven down on a little slide play that time. Nicely perfected by Irvine Valley. 3 points from taking the first set in convincing fashion. Gomez needing to tie her shoe. Expect to see Gomez in that libero spot for most of the year, either her Presley Golfine will likely get that call for the year. Is that just a soft touch by Brandlin over? Talked about Brandlin last year, was decent on the offensive side for OCC with 155 kills, but it was really her play at the net in the middle. 89 blocks on the season, setting a school record. And another good transfer portal pickup, we'll say, for Irvine Valley, as they kind of reload and try to get back. Easy kill for Gunther, just found an open corner on the back near side. Make it 24-7 in favor of Irvine Valley. Serving for the first set here. Little bad pass from Vazin on a mishandle. Lasers will go back to work. They'll set strong side. Morocco, who has been going up and just driving the ball home, decides to softly touch that one over. IVC with a 25-7 first set victory. Convincing for the Lasers. Second set action when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do, and the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Back inside the Cougar cage as we get ready for second set action. COC and Irvine Valley here. Irvine Valley with a 1-0 lead. Taking it to the Cougars in that first set. Pretty convincing fashion for IVC in the first set, as they'll look to capitalize and go back to work and add another set score victory here. Said last year they swept the Cougars in the opening matchup of the season. Cougars able to avenge that though in the state playoffs, which is where things really get busy, and picked up a big win, trying to maybe climb their way back in this one, get a little bit of those first match jitters out of the way today. They're right back in action again on Wednesday next week, so short week here. This is Friday game. Go again on Wednesday here at College of the Canyons against another really good perennial powerhouse in the state of California, especially the southern part of California, and Long Beach City College back in town. Then the Cougars will go out on the road for a few days. They'll play in, I think, the San Diego Mesa Quad. They'll have El Camino Grossmont, SD Mesa down there. they'll actually have San Diego Mesa and Miracosta on the 8th. Sorry, El Camino and Grossmont on the 1st. So some scheduling going around here. They won't be back here at College of the Canyons until the 13th of September. So 2 quick home games and then a nice jaunt out on the road before coming back against Desert on the 13th. For the full schedule, go to cocathletics.com. You can also check out the broadcast schedule right here on YouTube. Everything posted for now. And we know for sure we will be webcasting for you there, so you can join us. We hope you do. And of course, subject always scheduled to change, or potential to change, as the Cougars will go to work here on the offensive side. Sophia Aranzazu over talking to the chair umpire. And the Cougars will get a warning here. Not sure why. Regardless, they'll go to work on the offensive side. We go to work in the second set. Good dig from Dothart off the back row. Cougars that time get it to Vasquez, who got it over. Now Morocco again tools it off the block. Both Greer and Miranda were up, got hands on it. A better start for COC in terms of the touches. But IVC on the offensive side just very strong, feeding Tessa Morocco. Golfing in there as the libero. The Cougars get a point as they slide it to Miranda, who knocks it down. Side out for COC is Anna Vasquez, freshman out of Verdugo Hills High School, back to serve. Morocco rolls that one over. Nothing Golfing can do to get to it as she left her feet but couldn't get there. And Morocco will head back to serve after the kill. Greer going to get the kill this time for COC. A little bit of a awkward set at the net. As Aranzazu had a one-handed set, got it to a spot where Greer could get a hand on it at the very least, and evens it back at 2-all as Greer back to serve, and a service ace is a mishandle that time from Andre Fowler, and the Cougars have their first lead of the match at 3-2 here in the second set. And then a service error right back on the far side. Talia Brandlin back to serve for Irvine Valley. She'll play it over. Dothart a bump set to the far side to set up Miranda, who plays it up. Lasers get a touch at the net on the swing from Ava Gunther. It's 4-3 in favor of Irvine Valley. Zazu will set Miranda. Played it into the back corner. It looked like it might have been a lift on the far side, but Irvine Valley going to get a point out of it anyway. I thought Morocco kind of lifted it. It took her a little bit too long to get it off her hands for my liking, but the officials are all that matter, so they get the point, and it's 5-3 in favor of Irvine Valley. Mishandle that time. Service ace. Vasquez couldn't handle it. Gunther, a little soft touch, didn't fall. Dothard off the block, off the net, onto the floor. Dothard with another kill. Miranda out, Thompson in, Thompson to serve. Thompson out of Frontier High School. He's a 4-year varsity starter, Jockey Club Award winner, first team All-League, and a Kern All-Star for Frontier High School. She serves it into the net, a service error. And then a service ace off a ball into the tape from Ava Gunther on the other side. When you're running well, you're running well. 8-4 in favor of IVC here in the second set with a 1-0 lead. And then Gunther doesn't get lucky that time as it hits the tape and falls down onto the Irvine Valley side. They'll bring in Nikki Kornief to take over for Ava Gunther in the back row. And Kyla Dothard over to serve. Good serve from Dothard that time, falls in, dips down, and the Cougars back within 2. You look, Dothard, as we said, a valedictorian back in high school, one of a number of girls who was on the honor roll, a valedictorian. You look, Presley Goldfein, very smart, was a National Honor Society and graduated with honors from Saugus High School. Take me a second to go up the list, but there's a lot of them on COC this year. Kissarie Johnson was a valedictorian as well, with a 4.0 GPA, National Honor Society. A lot of smart girls on the team this year for COC. Pretty much all of them have their majors kind of running around. Gomez was another one. She was an AP scholar back in high school. The Cougars have evened it back at 8-all. Finding a little rally here in the second set for COC on the Dothard serve. That one into the tape, popped into the Irvine Valley side. The Lasers do a good job just to get it over. Cougars will set far side, weak side for Kissarie Johnson, and she knocks it down. Carisi Johnson, excuse me if I can read names correctly. Again, first game of the year, so we'll get it right. Nine all here. Goldfein able to handle. Bad set to the net that time. Yeah, I was going to say it's like 6 touches on COC. As Thompson didn't quite get it pushed to where they would have liked it. So the Lasers back in the lead at 10-9. Pong's back to serve. That one goes long. Even at 10-all, the Cougars will get a serve here. As Goldfein will go back to serve. Another one of the young ladies from Saugus High School, played on the CIF championship team for Saugus in 2022. And really, when you look for COC this year, you look down the lineup for some young ladies that are going to step up and play in big matchups, and there's quite a few of them that have played in some big matchups in college, and this kind of just a chance for them to get their feet wet in college here today. And you hope they can kind of grow together, make a little run this year, make a little noise, maybe come back for another year and make even more noise. As you look, Greer, Rhodes, Hooper, Presley, Goldfein, all part of those Saugus High School teams. They're so good over the last 4 years. That one tooled off the block and out. It's an Irvine Valley point. That time it was Natalia Brandlin in the middle. Blocked at the net. Now Morocco off the block and down. Boy, she gets a lot into it, as we said. She's scraping 10 feet in the air when she goes up. Timeout by COC. They want to talk about it here. Morocco, who kind of quieted down a little bit at the start, picks it up a little bit, 14-10 in favor of Irvine Valley. A timeout on the floor, timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
So we come back in here to the Cougar cage. Irvine Valley with a 14-10 lead in the second set. So Cougars trying to rally back after dropping the first set 25-7. Audrey Fowler back to serve, the freshman out of San Clemente. Grace Johnson that time gets the kill for COC. Sophia Aranzazu back to serve for COC now. Brandlin, though, gets the kill off the near side. Service error on Irvine Valley. So we'll see Kira Hooper, the daughter of Lisa Hooper, in for the first time today. She'll put it into the net, and just like that, Irvine Valley gets the point back. Both aren't able to get it over. Morocco able to dig it. Pong's got set up. Tough set at the net from Irvine Valley, but they're able to score as Gunther able to drive it down. (17-12) in favor of IVC here. Hooper handles the first ball. Cougars able to set Greer, but dug out. Now Gunther to the far side, doesn't score. The Cougars will get the point back. 17-13 now as COC is sticking around right now. Trying to keep it tight. Naomi Greer back to serve for the Cougars. Jump serve to the far side. Pong's a little sideways handle. Gunther able to get it over. Cougars will have to bump set at the net, but bump set it out. Not much that Aranzazu could do that time, as it was a tough handle from COC and a ball they should have handled a little bit better and did not. So Lasers will take the point, 18-13. That one goes long. Service error that time. Off the hand of Natalia Brandling. Was not really used for service a lot last year in Orange Coast. Only 7 aces last season. Didn't have any errors, but didn't get a lot of opportunities either. Morocco from the back row. Cougars able to keep it up. Double going to be called against COC that time. So Thompson called for the double. IVC able to go on 2, just poked over the net nicely that time from Bertoloni. And the Cougars going to take another timeout here. Want to talk about it a little bit more. So we'll take a timeout here on the Cougar Sports Network. COC trailing 20-14.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
So another point for Irvine Valley here as they go back to a 21-14 lead. That went into the net on COC. And again, Irvine just starting to roll here. Fowler with a one-handed keep. Blazers can't play it over cleanly. Vasquez back into the game for COC. Cougars able to keep the first one up. They keep the second one alive. Johnson little rollover. Bertoloni forced to play it across, and Irvine gonna get the point. anyways. The Cougars just couldn't finish it out. That one blocked at the net. Soft touch Morocco kept up that time. That one hit it was a double touch, I think they said, on COC, and that'll end the set. So a 25-15 set victory for Irvine Valley. And once again, the Lasers a 2-0 lead. We'll step aside.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
She serves at 3-1.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
14-10 Irvine Valley lead. (15-10) in favor of Irvine Valley in the third set here. Might make it 16 as IVC on another little run. Morocco's had a pretty impressive match so far. Johnson gonna get a kill. Good setup that time. Carice Johnson finds a way. And although Irvine Valley rolling through COC in the first two sets, 25-7, 25-15, you do like what you've seen so far at times if you're Lisa Hooper and Clay Timmons, as you see signs of a really good squad in there. It's just a matter of cleaning it all up, getting everything going. With 15 freshmen on the roster, you expect some of those growing pains here early on. Good diving dig that time from Aranzazu. Little roll shot from Vazin doesn't fall. Gunther plays it over. Golfino bump. Vazin hits it long. No touch given. Golfing first handle. Vazin off the block. Good swing. And again, we just said it, we'll say it again. It's really a matter of kind of getting the team to come together a little bit. Priscilla Miranda back to serve. 15 new faces, all freshmen in their first college game. And at times you've seen a really good squad, but it's just about keeping pace. The college game just a touch faster than the high school game. And you've seen kind of some of the experience off the Irvine Valley side. Brandlin, Gunther, Morocco, three experienced players really having their way in the match. Bertoloni as well as a service ace off the tape. A little bit of luck that time for Ava Gunther, but she'll take it. But that's kind of the difference at times, that experience, just the ability to settle in, especially early on in the year. Remember, at the end of the season last year, both these teams with 20 wins. So they played in the first game of the year last year. IVC took it in a sweep, 5 points away from doing the same here today. Serve long, so the Cougars trying to climb back in, trailing by 7. Greer will check back in. Aranzazu will come off. We'll also see Jalen Zavala for the first time today. And she'll come in to serve and likely go with the setting duties as well. Should the Cougars get an opportunity to set up an attack. Pongs, no touch, misses wide. So Zavala out of Los Osos High School. Gets it back within 6. Cougars trying to extend it to a 4th set. Got to get busy though, trailing by 6. That one might have gone long, but Golfing plays it anyway. Vazin didn't get it over the antenna. Get it inside, we should say, the antenna. Pong's back to serve. Mishandle from Golfing. Cougars are able to get it over. Luckily, the mishandle went right to Greer. No touch that time, so the Cougars get the point out of it, even though the initial first handle was missed. Vazin back to serve. Madison Gomez off the floor. Sofia Aranzazu back on. Actually, scratch that. Ana Vasquez back on. Off the tape. Morocco handles on 2. Bertoloni played it over, and she touched the net on the play over, so the Cougars get another point out of it. Trailing by 5, 21-16. Third set, Irvine Valley with a 2-0 lead. Morocco, power tip. Cougars keep it off the floor. Vazin plays it over after calling for it. Morocco this time goes with power, and the Cougars keep it up. Vasquez gives it a good swing and has the point. Off the strong side for Ana Vasquez that time. Cougars playing right back here at Irvine Valley in the third set. Into the tape. Oh, good job by Bertoloni to save it. And they're going to get a point out of it as Morocco finds a way to find a soft spot on the floor, cut it as tight to the net as you can pretty much do it. 22-17 IVC, just when the Cougars thought they were going to get lucky. Bertoloni saves the Lasers bacon that time and gets the point. Greer down the line, got it. Naomi Greer with a good swing. Sticking around here, 22-18. Good float that time, tough handle for IVC. Morocco just pops it over. Golfino bump. Greer didn't get all of it. Oh, boy. Tessa Morocco again. Had her stamp on the match a number of times. Her, Ava Gunther, and Natalia Brandlin have really been the ones controlling things, rightfully so, as the more experienced players on the floor for both sides. Mishandle from COC, and they just do a good job to get it back over, keep the point alive for now. They'll get a swing here. Bump set. Vasquez blocked at the net. Now Vasquez again, blocked at the net again, dug up. Overpass, tapped back down. Irvine Valley now with match point. Serving for the match at 25-18. Then it'll be Mia Bertoloni to serve and try and close this one out in straight sets for the second straight year for IVC. In the opening game of the match, and they do it off a service ace. That'll put it away. IVC with a 3-0 win. They sweep the Cougars here, 25-7, 25-15, 25-18. But all things considered, opening match of the season, when you look at everything, there's a lot to work on if you're COC, but there's also a lot to like with the very young roster. Just a little bit of the growing pains that you expect early on in the year. Irvine Valley using a little bit more of that experience from their big three in Brandlin, Morocco, and Gunther. Morocco really the one that had her biggest presence on the match. She was unstoppable on big swings off the strong side. And that's the difference for IVC as they take it 25-18. That'll do it for us here today. We'll see you again on Wednesday here from the Cougar Cage. COC and Long Beach City College in what should be a good matchup. We hope as well, as the Lasers take it 3-0. And we thank you for joining us here on the Cougar Sports Network. Have a good night, everybody.